Central Business District of New Orleans. Man, hopefully hopping after the game tonight as well with Teague Robinson, Miles Turner, Thaddeus Young, and Paul George. That's the guy you got to worry about. Starting five for Nate McMillan, Drew Holiday, Buddy Hield, same backcourt for the Pels over the last few. Jensa, AD, and Solomon Hill rounding out the five. Our keys going in, David, all brought to you by your local Toyota dealers.
Well, you got to limit turnovers. Pacers are fourth in steals and fifth in points off turnovers. You got to defend the three over the last five. They're shooting 44%. And then you got to finish. Too many turnovers, too many bad possessions versus Golden State. So they got to clean that up, finish the game.
Our three officials tonight. Billy Spooner, crew chief, tossing it up. Trey Maddox and Michael Smith. So an experienced group out there. And here we go. An Indiana Pacers squad that did play last night as it's controlled by AD, and they're frustrated. That's what they are. They scored only 10 points in the fourth quarter of a loss, 95-89 to the Miami Heat. Holiday sets it up in a big way. That's the way you start a game.
Yeah, get it off to the right start. Simple pick and roll and read it. Read it right.
And AD was really strong last game. Boy, talk about efficient shooting. Anthony Davis, a high percentage, 5 blocks in the game. Everybody get involved. Jensen, as Drew Holiday picked off, hits the deck, and free for three. It didn't work for Glenn Robinson III, but a second chance opportunity for Paul George on the stuff that went over to Thaddeus Young. It's going the other way. That's good heat from Hill, and it creates the turnover. Oshner inactive list. I agree with you, Alvin. Come on, push it. Let's go. Get in your half-court set. Tim Frazier, 7 to 10 days, probably with a right wrist sprain. But as Alvin mentioned on the pregame show, Tim's going back to Houston, where he's from, and he may want to play tomorrow. It'll be Drew Holiday leaving it off. Not a bad, couple of great dimes by Drew Holiday.
Very nice dimes. Get both his bigs, some early touches, get their juices flowing, and get them into the game early.
Now, this is a team that gives up more points than any other team on the second night of a back-to-back. They allow an average of 118. Miles Turner, and this young man he's the complete package. You saw him anchor that pivot and spin off it. A real talented kid who will play one-year college basketball at Texas. Buddy, and the Pelicans are 3 for 3. And that's the way Buddy started the last game. He's starting to feel better, isn't he?
He is. You know, his numbers are slowly climbing. He started off in a big hole, shooting percentage, three-point shooting percentage. But the last few games, the last 5 games, he's really starting to find that stroke.
Now in an isolation play. Pulled the chair, didn't they? But this kid can hit threes. Glenn Robinson III, good box out as the Pelicans and Holiday look early, and it got away. A little high and wide.
Yeah, it's kind of sailed. There's a lot of traffic to throw over, and that had to be more of a looping pass than one directly the way he threw it.
So a little outside is what you're saying. A little high, wide, and outside. Thaddeus Young will get the finish. And here's a guy, and he's not Antoine Jameson, because that guy was super creative and scored a lot in this league. But he's that kind of lefty around the rim. He gets him off from all angles. It'll be AD. Good look. And doesn't get the roll. Jensen, good idea. Tried to back tap it. So Jeff Teague, Indianapolis native, first year, last year of his contract, but he signed, don't forget, his second contract with the Atlanta Hawks. So contract year, and Buddy walked into a foul and a three-point opportunity for Teague. Got to play smart. And it's not like he jumped into Buddy, and we've seen that, where a guy takes away the path of the defender.
Well, he was in between fighting over a screen, and Jeff Teague went just on the other side, pulled up, and he was trying to be aggressive, trying to get over it, fight. Just got caught.
So Jeff Teague, the 28-year-old, played 2 years of college ball at Wake Forest and was 19th overall in the 09 draft by the Hawks. But the Hawks decided they were going to go with Dennis Schroeder to make that commitment moving forward. So this guy, talk about a perfect scenario, and I talked to him before the game with assistant coach Billy Bano. He gets to go home, comfort zone. So he's back home, and a really good young man. His brother Marcus was in the league as well with the Chicago Bulls for a couple of seasons. Just about 3 minutes in, and Indiana has their first lead. AD up against the smaller man. 8 on the shot clock. Holiday. He'll get it back. Now you got to make a decision. And all the way to the rim with the left hand. Nice finish. 1 point game.
A couple of really nice drives by Drew Holiday.
A couple of assists, and that's his first bucket. George, he got the contact he was looking for, but he was the one who created it, so they didn't reward him. Great save on the baseline, Drew Holiday. So the Pels with the ball and an early lead. And good grab by Buddy. Looked like it was going out of bounds. It'll be Buddy off the guide hand. I said it. You can see there's kind of a feel and a rhythm to his game now. Buddy buckets with 2 early. And don't forget he had the first 2 buckets of the last game for the Pels. A triple and a deuce. They're trying to get Young going. And that's not his game, is it?
Not like that. At least I haven't seen it. Maybe it is this year, but I haven't seen that kind of come out off a pin down.
AD up against the smaller Thaddeus Young. And good box out by Miles Turner to make sure a Jensen couldn't impact the play. So the Pelicans, only their second miss. They're 5 of 7. It's been that good. Up by 3 early. Teague, good job by Holiday. That came out of the corner of his eye, didn't it?
Yeah, the hesitation cost him, I think. I think if he went right up with it, he would have had a cleaner look. But the pump fake allowed Drew to get back into play.
Speaking of clean looks,
yes.
and that's why it's interesting to me that Miles Turner is not starting on AD. And I understand the big man's out there at Jensen, but he should have his way with Thaddeus Young.
Yeah, and I think he would have his way. I mean, there's a mismatch problem regardless who guards him. Turner not as quick, more, not he's bigger, but he might. Man, look at Drew Holiday.
Yeah, and he got tapped a little bit on the way by. Nate McMillan looks on in a 7-point game, 8 straight by the Pels, and Drew Holiday is really on early tonight. He's involved at both ends of the floor. So a couple of buckets, a couple of dimes. Paul George, and he's all NBA is what he is. The 26-year-old in his 7th year out of Fresno State. Now, he's from the Los Angeles area, and we'll get into a story because they asked him recently as Buddy wanted to go with a step back, but gets the assist instead. How good is this start? Solomon Hill.
Don't wake me up.
8 of 10. I won't. If that's required to continue, stay right where you're at. Miles Turner. He'll get the easy one. And he'll go to the line. Got to be prepared, don't you, at the defensive end?
Yeah. He kind of got caught flat-footed, Jensen did, and then once he's beat, just be beat. Don't take that unnecessary foul. You can't get into foul trouble.
So the first is on a Jensen. Miles Turner, who is way ahead of the curve. Just his 2nd year. He was taken 11th overall. That's one of those good picks. 11th overall this year was Sabonis. So Larry Bird did a good job. He's just turning 21 in late March. That's how young Miles Turner is. Good take. AD, and I said, if he gets to his strong side against Thaddeus Young, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah.
They've got 19, David, already, and we're 6 minutes in.
And the thing about it is, it doesn't matter who you put on him. If you don't, his game is such that, carry on, buddy. His game is such that if you don't double him, then you're saying we're going to give you 35, 40 points, and he's going to go get it.
They called the turnover on Buddy. Everything else just about perfect. But we're all thinking of one family in particular, and that's Craig Sager's family tonight. So our condolences, our wishes are with his wife, his children, a guy who fought the battle. And we were all better for what he did in our industry because of his love and his passion for what we care about, and that's the NBA. We'll always remember the unforgettable Craig Sager.
Leading up the scoreboard, 19-12 is your score right now. Pelicans versus the Indiana Pacers. And everybody in this arena is excited to see Tyreke Evans return to the court this evening. Right now, he's over on the exercise bike getting warmed up. Of course, he's been out of basketball for almost a year. The last game he played, January 25th. He had a third surgery on his right knee. This procedure was a little different than the first two, and the results supposedly are very good. Tyreek's extremely encouraged. Coach told me he's probably going to put him in about the 3-minute mark, maybe the 4-minute mark. Going to play him for about 15 minutes tonight as Tyreek gets his body warmed back up and tests his lungs, because as we know, basketball lung shape is different, Joel, than just cardio shape.
Absolutely. And he's going to feel that burn, David, in his lungs. There's no question about that. And then the emotions, the adrenaline rush to be back on the floor with your teammates, because don't forget, as Jen just mentioned last January, but he only played 25 games last year. Buddy, deep three, and well short. C.J. Miles, by the way, Buddy's going to be chasing, and now he's got Paul George, but he originally had C.J. Miles. There's a break on a good look by T. So the Pelicans into the offensive end early, and the Pels, by the way, shooting 75%. It's a Jensen run into on a 50-50 ball. They let it go, and it's going to be an easy one for Jeff T. Got to hang on.
You got to go after it.
You got it. Be hungry. Al Jefferson is on the floor.
He was way too casual going to get that, and if he attacks it like it's his.
Right, and also sell it. Good skip. Holiday with Hill. Plenty of time for AD. Ben going to call a charge on AD. C.J. Miles under him, but he had already been there. So, and AD's not complaining.
He had a guy going through, and he just basically stepped one way and then stopped. They're in plenty of time.
3 turnovers, last 4 possessions for the Pels in a 5-point game. And I worried about this team coming in, David, because of the way they played and shot last night. Good pocket pass. Young, and he's creative. Absorbed the contact and gets it. So all of a sudden the Pels up by 8 now, only a 3-point advantage. AD, good look. Kept alive by Hill, but 2-time with Miles and Al Jefferson. And they're playing with pace this year, the Indiana Pacers. And that was not what Nate was doing when he was the head coach, but he's changed, and the game has changed. Al Jefferson. Well, that was a good look.
To have him coming off the bench, again, you would think this team would be, you know, a little better than what they've played this year. But still a long season.
Drew Holiday, as T got by him, and boy, tapped around, blocked that time by Jensen. So he stayed with the play. So Jeff T, a little bit short. What looked like a gimme. Now Solomon Hill trying to find AD. Good ball movement. That wasn't for Buddy, but he'll take it. He was going to Solomon Hill on that pass. 5 on the shot clock. AD against the smaller man. And out of bounds. AD thought it was a foul. Alvin thought it was a foul. It'll belong to the Pels. And boy, that I saw it go out of bounds. And boy, 0.8's not a lot either, because it was over a second. And it kept rolling. 3:17, so let's see what they can do. It's enough time, 0.8 on the shot clock, to catch and shoot. Pels have yet to go to the free throw line. Indiana, they're within 5, and they're 4 of 4 at the free throw line. But the Pels can't complain with a 10-15 start. So they'll get it straightened out. Shot clock. There you go. They, for some reason, thought it was the game clock. And we're willing to go out early tonight to Houston. But did you say hi, Mom?
I didn't say hi, Mom.
Come on.
Better off saying hi to my kids. They're watching. My mom's not watching.
So Drew Holiday will bring it in. Let's see what kind of play they've got with 0.8. It's a catch and shoot, and maybe something towards the rim as well if you get the right pick. Ashik has checked into the game for Alexia Jensen. Buddy, catch and shoot.
Clean look.
Great look off of that pick. So now Drew Holiday, a couple of LA guys, and Paul George, and Anthony Davis comes away. He's double teamed. Nice to have Ashik as a safety valve there. And wide open, Solomon Hill on the run out. But too many turnovers early. That's 5 already. They're down 6-2 before this possession in points off mistakes. And remember, last game at one point it was 17-3. And the bottom of the glass blocked that is Young. Now he got a stiff arm on the hip from Ashik. On the dive, Drew Holiday, he's got Ashik. Tried to do it himself, kept it alive for Ashik. And Omer can't get it done underneath against Al Jefferson, who's right now gassed.
So Ashik pushed on this end.
Right.
Ashik got pushed on the other end. Both no calls. We're all even.
2:21 to play in the first quarter, and they've got a plane to catch.
Well, I guess we have a plane to catch too.
Right.
Houston tomorrow, Pacers tonight, and Anthony Davis dunking all over them.
Venues are going to be used. The Mercedes-Benz Superdome, the Smoothie King Center, and the tickets start as low as $10. So mom and dad, pick up on this. Go to NBAtickets.com. Your kids will have the time of their life. All-Stars, the whole weekend is great. That's what it's good for, is the kids.
Great city, great weekend. Everybody, it's something for everybody.
Hey, Tyreek's here. You ready?
He's in the building.
So Tyreke Evans is going to be chasing Glenn Robinson III. Big dog's little dog. He's got the ball, and he's got a decent stroke, too. Former second-round pick taken last year by the Pacers. And up at the top, Lavoy Allen, Robinson III. A little bit strong. Evans already. The presence is there.
We were talking about the big dog and the little dog. The big dog was the master of mid-range.
Yes. Long-time buck. It'll be Langston Galloway coming up short. Ejuan Moore is going to be checking into the game on the next whistle. So final 2 minutes. And let's see how they close a real positive start tonight. Aaron Brooks, you got to account for him. He's also into the game. The vet. He's been with the Chicago Bulls, longtime Rocket and Sun. And Al Jefferson didn't get the role, but got to account for the bodies. Robinson gives him another look. C.J. Miles going to the free throw line, tapped by Tyreke Evans. And C.J. Miles among the league leaders in three-point shooting at 45%. So you have to worry about this vet.
Knows how to play, good stroke. You see Tyreke knew that. Show him the ball, and he's off his feet.
It's a 4-point game. Things have slowed down for the Pels, haven't they, at the offensive end? So the Pels, after the 9 for 11 start, and I said slowed down, how about 1 for their last 9? And I worried coming in, David, because last night Indiana shot 37%. They're not going to shoot 37% 2 consecutive games. That's what it boils down to. So C.J. Miles makes it a 3-point contest. There's our old friend Nate McMillan, longtime coach of the Blazers. Langston Galloway, Terrence Jones also out there trying to get Glenn Robinson to bite. And he's going to the line to shoot 2. So bodied up a little bit by Robinson. That's the first foul committed by Indiana.
That's a mismatch, and it looked like T dropped down, or was that Aaron Brooks dropped down? And that's all the help he got.
So Terrence Jones with the first free throw of the contest for the Pels. But I brought up, here's what worries me. Paul George was 8 for 22 last night. Miles Turner was 5 for 13. Jeff Teague was 3 for 9. Rodney Stuckey, who strained a hamstring, not playing tonight. He was 3 for 12. Aaron Brooks 2 for 7. Law of averages. I don't like it. 22-18.
Well, they're also not a very good team on back-to-backs. They're giving up 119 on the second game of back-to-back. So
Al Jefferson.
Pelicans have to be able to score tonight.
Yeah, and Brooks is going to run the baseline, so you better be ready for passes like that. Langston Galloway sharing it, and right away, good touches inside and outside. It's Jones, a little bit strong, and now an opportunity for a 2-for-1 for Miles, and they will push it. And that's what Brooks is thinking. Real good hands by Ashik that time. Either that or he maybe chipped a tooth. He came out that hot. Who's going to hit him in the face? 4-second difference, shot clock, game clock. And Evans held up. First in the final 2 minutes, so that was their foul to give for the Indiana Pacers. Or was it? Oh, it is the second. That's right. Free throw. Free throw's coming up because of the foul on Robinson in the final 2 minutes. So they only scored 10 in the fourth last night. They lose the game 95-89 to the Miami Heat, a well sub 500, well below 500 team. and they get outscored 17-10 in the fourth. So Tyreek Evans got that out of the way. That helps.
Bucket, yeah.
He gets a point on the board. He's breaking a little bit of a sweat.
Got a rebound.
16.9 to play.
But that, when you're injured, as long as even when you're really hurt, you can still shoot free throws. He should be one of the best free throw shooters in the league.
Well, actually, when we watched him, his stroke looks pretty good.
Yeah.
He's been working on the shot. There's no question.
Right now, he's 100%. So
It'll be Aaron Brooks. And the over-the-shoulder shot didn't work. Jones won't get it off. So the Pels red hot start, and you knew they couldn't keep it up at the pace they were at anyway, but still solid beginning, and they need it before they hit the road trip.
Yeah, they got to come out, and they established early, and then the turnovers crept up, and we talk about that all the time. Got to limit the turnovers. That's what Pacers want.
Your score right now is the Pelicans battle the Pacers, and we at Fox Sports are very pleased to give a big New Orleans welcome to the USM Golden Eagles and head coach Jay Hobson. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. The New Orleans Bowl kicks off Saturday evening on ESPN. You guys are playing the Ragin' Cajuns of ULL. It's going to be a great game. Give me a couple of keys.
Well, it's a football program that has our utmost respect. Very talented team. We've got to come play hard physical football. I mean, that's the reality of it. I think both teams have shown a lot of fight. Both teams finished the season on a strong note after a little adversity, so it should be a hard-ball football game.
We're looking very forward to it. Now, this is your first year as a head coach. You spent several years as an assistant, but now you've got the whole shebang. What has this journey been like for you?
Yeah, this is my first year at Southern Miss. It's my 5th year as head coach, but the reality is, I've been blessed to have a bunch of guys on our football team that really have shown a lot of fight and resilience. A senior group that's been through a lot of adversity that came in and really worked hard. And, I'm proud of this football team. We battled through a lot, but had started out fast, had a little struggles in the middle with some injuries and some things, but finished the season strong. So we're appreciative to be here. Want to thank the New Orleans Bowl. Just great to be in New Orleans. What a great venue for sports. There's no better venue in America for a sporting event, so it's great to be in New Orleans.
We all second that emotion. You guys rolled in last night. Have you had a chance to enjoy anything much yet?
Well, the kids went out. They went to Dave & Buster's and had a good time. We gave them a little bit of time to walk around Bourbon Street, which I'm sure some of them did. I like to think they're all in bed at 8 o'clock.
Sure they are.
That's right. Probably not a reality, but, they had finished practice and out here at the basketball game tonight, so they're getting to do some fun things.
Well, y'all enjoy the game tonight, and best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Joel, we'll send it back to you.
All right, man, a weak start to the second 12 for the Pelicans. It's even at 24, but not close on a couple of looks. A turnover. They're down 8-2 right now in points off turnovers. So let's see what they can do. The bench has been incredible. Bench has accounted as Jones will get the roll. And a good setup down inside the paint for Terrence Jones. He's been aggressive. There's no question since he came out of the floor trying to get in the paint. So that's only the second make for the Pels over the last 8 minutes. It'll still belong to Indiana with 8 on the shot clock. Indiana comes into the game averaging 104, almost 105 points a game. That is 12th best in the NBA, while the Pels are 20th at about 103 a contest. And they're 7th best beyond the arc at 37%. Whole career has been that way for Big Al. And Big Al, I talked to him before the game, David. Prentice, Mississippi, about 90-minute ride from New Orleans. Loves playing here. He's got a lot of family in the building tonight. Langston Galloway, a little bit strong. So Langston, the hottest of all Pels over the last few games. In fact, over the last 5, averaging 18 a contest. Inside the arc is C.J. Miles. Sazashik makes sure Big Al doesn't get to it. Quickly into the offensive end. Looking for early offense. It's a turnover. And it's the 7th of the game already. That's compared to 3 for Indiana.
Just real sloppy with the ball right now. Got to move that. Didn't have it initially. Move it. Get some ball movement. Get some touches. Get a good look.
Indiana looks for their second lead of the game. 3 minutes into the second 12. And they clear out for Big Al. Right out of high school from Mississippi. and going to the free throw line to shoot 2. A lot of people forget, when he was taken by the Boston Celtics, but what a career it's been for Al Jefferson. Really solid player. So a dry spell for the Pels. 8:47 to play in the half. And free throw happened, including, and thinking about the interest of the kids over there. So go to Pelicans.com regularly for updates on the build over there at the William Hart Elementary School in Gretna. And thanks to everybody over there that welcomed all the Pels, Pierre, and all of us over there. It was great to get out in the community once again. So the Pels slowing down in the second 12 as 13-year vet. And we were talking about Big Al Jefferson going to the free throw line. And don't forget, it was just 3 years ago at a high level. And now he's banged up to start last season, but 3 years ago he was at 22-11 for the Hornets, and he was third team All-NBA.
Yeah, and he really is a beast down there on the block. The year after that, he started coming off the bench, and now for Indiana, he's coming off the bench. So
he's a great acquisition.
Yes,
he's just good, solid. He knows his role. Holiday mid-range game. Good to see Drew back on the floor. It's all even at 28. Double-double kind of night building for Drew Holiday early with 8 points and 4 assists, 3 boards already as well, and a real clean 4 of 6 from the field. Now, you don't want to bite on Al. Al give you all those ups. And don't bite, and AD did, and he blocked the shot and defends it perfectly the second time. Changed it that time as well. AD trying to work on Al. Gets it back off, not even close.
Looked like he might have shot that one before he was ready.
Yeah, I was going to say, kind of awkward in the release. It's everybody shooting threes. LaVoy Allen as it's knocked out of bounds by the Pacers from E'Twaun Moore. So he says, Miles Turner shooting 3. I can too.
The whole league is shooting threes. I mean, you're definitely a minority if you don't shoot threes in this league right now.
Langston Galloway been hot from there. He gets the triple. And we talked about Langston. 18 over the last 5 is his average. He's double figures for the season, but 39%. Loose stuff. Drew Holiday's got it. And early offense, you got AD. Not a bad idea. Points off a takeaway. We love that. We've been talking about it too often the other direction before that, David. It was 10-2 in points off mistakes for the Pacers. At a timeout, Nate McMillan wants to stop the momentum that the Pels have gained.
Yeah, a couple of turnovers by the Pacers allowed the Pelicans to get out and run some. But this guy, he's been hot. He's been good. He's shooting it well. And he's got the Pelicans on a 7-0 run.
Let's see as well. As the Saints are in Arizona this weekend, go Saints. At 3 o'clock start back home for that matchup. Coverage all starts Sunday at 10 on Fox. That's 10 a.m. of course. So out of the break, and I said to David while we were away, I said, David, I'm worried. I showed him the numbers. 31% shooting, 0 for 6 from 3, and you're only up by 5, and that's Indiana shooting 31%. But they're getting to the free throw line with their 8 of 8. That's critical. Now, Paul George.
A communication problem.
Communication breakdown.
Yes.
Too easy out of the timeout for Indiana. They got what they wanted. So Paul George, second bucket of the game. Holiday inside, outside. Early in the shot clock, Jones over Miles. Not a bad idea because Miles is not a guy that wants to defend in the paint. He's more of an arc guy and out on the perimeter. Solomon Hill checking in on the next whistle. This is what C.J. Miles wants to do. 45% from beyond the arc. That's their first 3 on their 7th try. Miles now in his 12th year. Right out of high school. Good setup. Galloway. A little bit short. Man. AD kept it alive, but George comes up with it. Miles Turner back on the floor. So is Glenn Robinson out there and Jeff Teague. So multiple substitutions. And this is the matchup we wanted to see. Miles Turner against Anthony Davis. And boy, did he get him to bite. AD still in the rafters.
He's very calm young player, Miles Turner.
AD blows right by him with a hammer and a shove. I guess that's not a bad answer. There was some intensity to that sequence.
You said it.
It was like, okay.
This needs no words. Oh, you thought that was cute on the other end?
Yeah, really?
Let me show you how to do it.
Yeah, I live here. You don't. This is my home. It's tied at 35, 5:45 to play in the half. His buddy is coming back into the game. E'Twaun Moore will sit down. So Tyreek Evans joins a little bit late, playing for the first time after playing only 25 games last year. His last game was on the 25th of January as AD can't convert on the three-point play. AD in double figures, though, dime store kind of numbers right now. 10 and 5 so far on 5 of 10 from the field in 14 minutes. Paul George. Those are some kind of shoes. I like them for Paul George. Miles Turner again. And, boy, got AD to fight again, didn't he?
He's cooking right now. I mean, he gave him about 3 or 4 moves, most of which with a live dribble.
Yeah, and there you didn't need to bite because he gave up the dribble.
Right.
So Miles Turner going to the free throw line. He was second-team All-Rookie last year at 10 and 5 a contest, and he would have been first-team All-Rookie, but he only played about 60 games. He had that injury, had to sit about 4 weeks. But they've got a keeper, is what it all boils down to. He's got a lot of game.
Wait till he gets real comfortable.
Yeah. He'll get 1 of 2. So a 1-point lead for Indiana as they're 9 of 10 to the free throw line. Holiday against the length of Paul George and over Paul George. Grazed the front of the rim. That's a difficult matchup. Paul George more of a 3 than even a 2 with his length. 5 minutes to play. T got there. It's a 3-point lead, and that is the biggest of the night for the Indiana Pacers. Inside of 5 to play. And remember, Pels arrested. Holiday is hit from behind by Paul George. And a technical on Paul George. He kept hollering to Bill Spooner, even though Spooner said, I showed him where he got him on the elbow. So right now,
and I wonder if he got that technical, not just because he screamed right there, but he kept running, and he was running after the ball, but he was running to the other end of the court, which is usually, or in the past, had been an automatic tee. But he kept running and talking. Yeah, got to get you.
Yeah, and Bill Spooner's usually the understanding type to begin with.
Well, I think he understood this first outburst.
Right.
And then they keep running and keep looking over the shoulder and talking. That might be, all right, enough of that.
Yeah, he got his body and his arm from behind because he came nowhere near the ball, as we saw in the replay. So a legit call. And now let's see what the Pels can do on the possession. So AD got the free throw. He's up to 11. Set it up for Buddy. And Buddy against the big. You got the post is available, but it's deep in the clock. Now you got to go. Buddy, quick release. AD after it, but tapped away by Paul George. Slick play by Paul. Otherwise, AD is in there. And that's a reach on Drew Holiday. It'll probably be free throws. Looked like he was going to swing into the paint, and it is. I was talking about Paul George, who just got the technical. And as Miles Turner goes to the line, recently they asked Paul George about an extension. And he said, I'm really happy with the season. I'm just thinking about this year. Well, he's got another year left on his contract. But everybody's speculating already if he's not going to be the guy, you got to move before you don't get anything for him. Pels back at the Smoothie King Center Wednesday night, the 21st, and it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a game you want to be at. Russell is here. And when Westbrook is here, it's really entertaining. So come on down. Go to Pelicans.com right now and be outside with us. The weather's turning back to warm weather, I saw. So join us, 5:30. Buddy, great look. Not close. Wide left. We'll see you for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Get your tickets right now, although online. So a dry spell continues, and Teague's going to get a finger roll. And late whistle on the reach.
Foul on Drew, though.
Yeah. So Drew picks up his second with 4:01 to play in the half. And right now, Pels have lost that early momentum they had.
Yeah, everything's been half court. You know, you got to get stops, you got to get deflections, you got to get those rebounds and get them out quick. Right now, they're taking the ball out of the basket and not able to get the ball in transition. And they've struggled. They've struggled in the half court pretty much all year.
They hit 9 of their first 11 shots, so now they're 6 for their last 25. 1 of 2 at the stripe, and it's a 5-point lead for the Pacers. How do they close it out inside of 4 to play? This is a team that comes into the 500 mark. You got to capitalize on your home floor. Now AD on a step back, and boy, that was down and back out, and it was Miles Turner with a tap. And a couple of free throws coming up.
Yeah, that's a push. Paul George.
Oh, they're calling
the
George.
Rebound.
Loose ball comes in on the side. Miles Turner looked at him like a, and it was a late whistle to begin with, so it is inside, it's not outside. And a break for the Pels. 3rd team foul though. Pels are out of fouls. Drew Holiday, quick release 3, and a flat one picked up on the weak side by T. Pelicans down to 40% after that great start. Give it away. Paul George won it. It's going to be Galloway, and Langston protected it. Teague was trying to time it. The little guy from behind points off a takeaway. Let's see if they can get the stops. Not a lot of space for Teague with Thaddeus Young in the neighborhood, but good look for 3. Paul George, and the biggest lead of the game now is 6. That's what I worried about when they were only down by 5 at 31% shooting. At 0 for 6 from beyond the arc, they were eventually going to get some. AD walked with the basketball. Another turnover, and that's the 8th of the game for the Pels already. So Galloway, Langston's been hot. There's no question about that. Somebody else has to pick it up.
In a hurry.
His best, already in double figures.
Yeah, and to me right now, those are good plays. The early penetration by Drew to get him an early look, attacking the basket. There's too many contested jump shots, too many turnovers early. The ball's not moving like it needs to move for this offense to play well.
And they've already got 8 turnovers. For a team that averages 13 a game, 8's a lot early. So let's see if they can clean it up over the final 2:55. Pacers with their biggest lead and the basketball. They've got a couple of threes. Both teams, in fact, are identical, 2 of 8 from beyond the arc. So Robinson stays in the backcourt along with Teague. And they're missing 2 guys that are, as they walked away from Teague. What a break. Anthony Davis, as it's bouncing around. Teague blew an easy one inside. Galloway free on the arc. Right back out. Boy, the shot looks good, though.
No, they're dead on. A little off, but
what a breakdown.
Man.
8-point game. You let Jeff Teague. Nobody stopped the basketball. 46-38. 20-5 is the current explosion for Indiana. Holiday on a reach. That's the 4th team foul. So it's going to be on Robinson. It'll come in on the side with 14 on the shot clock. Drew Holiday, 8 points with 6 dimes already and 3 boards. Pelicans have had some good looks, like we just saw from Langston Galloway. They're not falling now.
He's not going to stop shooting.
No, and
but they're great looks.
And right, he better not
open.
stop. Buddy with AD, good play. Extra pass, good play design. And Anthony Davis up to 13 and 7. But it has required 13 shots. Terrence Jones, next whistle, he's into the game. Wanted to get it to Miles Turner. Good hedge that time, but Robinson on the penetration. Turner talked about his stroke. Kid's not bashful.
Not just bashful. I mean, that was a quick release. He's putting moves on, pump fakes.
Drew Holiday on the attack.
Good drive right into his chest.
Yeah, and Turner, it looked like he may have jammed a finger. He's okay, though. And Drew Holiday into double figures. Drew's been aggressive.
Gonna get the long steps there. finish. Way to go at the big fella.
So Drew is definitely filling up the box, but the Pels are still down by 8. Can't convert on the 3-point play.
He didn't stay with that. He was walking away before the finished his shot.
Break, great look. Normally Thaddeus Young, that's money for him. Galloway in the corner. Holiday wanted to wait. It's Langston. A little bit short after being a little bit long. So Anthony Davis sits down with 2 fouls. Inside out. And their 3-point threat. Good box out. Terrence Jones kept it away from Turner. Buddy on the weak side. Solomon Hill's going the distance and on the reach. It'll be free throws for Solomon Hill.
I like him in that action right there. He had the ball in his hand and just put his head down and just go. Crossovers, fake pass, get to the free throw line. Now you got to convert.
Foul is on, C.J. Miles on the reach. As Solomon Hill will get the first of 2. Pels just 4 of 7 before that make at the stripe. So they're only 9 for their last 32 as Holiday also with 2 fouls. Good idea. Get them out of the game. And the Pels, as I said, with that dry spell, right now they're in great shape. Only down by 4. I mean, they've been dry since they started 9 for 11 to begin the game. Buddy tracking Robinson, battling through picks over the top, out of bounds. That's a tough catch.
Yeah. Weird angle.
Now, Pelicans, they can take their time and get a 2 for 1. Terrence Jones looks good. So Terrence off the bench, like Langston Galloway, getting some buckets. Terrence now has 5. Galloway's got 5, and Nate McMillan
started the clock early. He went down and acted like he touched it. They started the clock, and he hadn't touched the ball yet.
Thought they were going to use a 20. So Michael Smith. You got it. Let's start on the baseline. You can take it from the bridge if you like.
Well, it doesn't help because now they're going to pick up. Whereas before, he was catching the ball at half court with 35 seconds. Now he's going to have to dribble it up with pressure.
35.8 in the half at a 2-point game. Teague's floater. Boy, is he fast. Saw that a few years in Atlanta, didn't we?
I think they got the 2 for 1 back.
Etuan Moore, Langston Galloway, and Buddy Hield. 3-card set. And now 10 on the shot clock. So the Pels at 43%. 42%. Etuan Moore. And never got the rim. Got to go. And Buddy, good idea. Got it away. Yep, that'll do it for the half of the Pels. Teague sees it. And the Pels go to the locker room down by 4 in a very uneven offensive first 24 minutes of play.
Yeah, well, it wasn't their sharpest effort. But they found a way to keep it close, just down 4. But they got to clean up the turnovers and get back into transition basketball.
As we head back and join Jen Hale. Jen.
Thanks, Joel. Here with assistant coach Jamel McMillan. Coach, such a nice start to this game, but then you hit a cold stretch there. What happened? What changed?
They got physical. You know, they rerouted us in our offense, and the ball stopped. We stopped moving the basketball, getting guys the open shots that we got early, but we got to pick our game up. We got to pick our energy up. I think we'll do that in the second half. Guys are kind of settled in, but we just got to knock down wide open looks.
Shooting 20% from beyond the arc, a little bit unusual for this team lately.
For sure. We had an emotional game last game versus Golden State. Langston got going. Buddy hit some shots early, and they're getting the same looks. So, they just got to keep shooting the basketball. If we keep moving the ball, keep those guys in rotation, and they have to see it go in. We got to get to the free throw line. We're shooting too many jump shots. Just see it go in from the free throw line. We should be okay.
Best of luck.
Hey, thank you very much.
Joel.
Yeah, it's got to be tough for him. He's rooting against his dad,
Of course.
Come on.
This is after the game phone call trash talk time.
Right. Gotcha. So here we go. Pacers start with it to begin the second half. Paul George denied. It looked like Anthony Davis got a piece of that one.
I think you're right.
Over penetration by George. Buddy's in the backcourt with Drew Holiday. It is a block. Third of the game for Anthony Davis. And let's see if they get AD going early here in the second half. Buddy on the run out. Got by Robinson. Stays with the play. It's a 2-point game. Good attack by Buddy. And not the second effort. Not quitting on the play. Teague.
We heard Jamel talk about not shooting so much jump shots. I have a feeling that they're going to start attacking the paint quite a bit this first half. The second half.
How efficient has Miles Turner been?
He's good, man.
14 points on 6 shots. He's 5 of 6, 4 of 5 for the free throw line. Can't believe he missed. It's been that good for him. Drew Holiday lost the handle. So the turnovers early in the second half. And a smart play. Teague before Jensen knew what was coming. Points off a takeaway. It's 12-8 in that department now. Now while Young is on him. It'll be Buddy. Deep three. Got it. I said to you, even though he didn't shoot for high percentage for the first half, coming out of his hand, it looks pretty good, doesn't it?
You know, that's 5 straight for Buddy now.
Extra pass. Teague, little show, and he'll take it. And on the long rebound, Anthony Davis has the deflection. Buddy doesn't have numbers. You know, as a guy that wants buckets, he's like, I'm taking this.
Well, that's the difference. In college, he takes that shot. Right now, he's being a lot more selective.
AD on the dive and the reach by Teague. It should be 2 free throws coming up. So Buddy Hield, the factor out of the locker room.
Yep, the early drive. I don't know if that got blocked or not, but nice little penetration, just kick. And like you said, the shot looks fine. The shot looks good, and just keep shooting it.
So Buddy's got 9. AD up to 14 with the bank. 14 and 8 and 3 blocks for AD. So the Pelicans, sensational start to the game. Second quarter, though, different story. Pels were 9 for 25 and just 1 of 8 from beyond the arc. AD makes it a 1-point game. So they were down by 4 at the break. In the opening 3 minutes of the third. Good to have you with us on Fox Sports New Orleans. Joel Myers, David Wesley, Jen Hale. And boy, they need it. Going on a road trip. It'll be Turner. Kid's got a lot of game. Boy, he's patient, isn't he?
He is. He's got stop and go, change of pace, spin moves, anchors the pivot foot good.
Solomon Hill. Yeah, the way he anchors things. Paul George. 3 for 6. And he's got contact. He's going to the free throw line. So free throws coming up for Paul George. There's the anchor. We talked about the pivot.
Nice, smooth stroke. Not in a hurry.
Miles Turner comes into the game averaging 15 a contest. So 15 a game. He's done a really good job for them. And at a high percentage. He's shooting 53%. And as you can see, and 35% from beyond the arc, you can see kid's not next to the rim all the time. You know, when we talk about a big shooting 53%, everybody thinks, well, he's dunking the basketball. That's not entirely his game. Oh,
he's only had 1 dunk tonight.
Yeah, he can get there. It's all of a sudden back to 5. After the Pels got it down to 1. Buddy. And a little step back, but they could call an offensive foul on a clear out, dropping the shoulder a little bit. Turnover is the 10th of the game for the Pels. Make it 11. So that's 5 more giveaways. 5 more empty possessions in a 5-point game. So let's see, in particular in the second half, on the second of a double-double. How does Indiana hold up? That guy is held up really well, but he's 20 years old. We all did at that age. 18 on 8 shots, and 6 of the 18 right here in the early part of the third. Now, this is where they got to exploit it. AD against the much smaller Thaddeus Young, who reached. And AD is back at the free throw line. And while you have that matchup, utilize it.
Well, he dominated early against that matchup. Why not go back to it? And AD has a mismatch every possession. Get him the ball, make him double, and then the real easy shots start coming in your half court.
Anthony gets a roll. 6-point game as he's up to 16. So the Pelicans 9 of 12 at this drive, 14 of 16 for the Pacers. 10 straight wins. And you only see them twice a year. So it's not like they're rivals by any means, but that's 5 years.
It's a long time.
Come on. Indiana's been a very good, under Frank Vogel the last 5 years, because Frank was their coach the last 5 years. They have been an easy top 10 defensive team. That's where they hung their hat, at the defensive end of the floor. Larry Bird, it was kind of, that's why Nate McMillan's now the head coach. It's kind of oil and water. Even though Frank was successful, he and Larry Bird, that wasn't what Larry wanted to do. Larry wants pace. Larry wants offense. He wants to push it. Young keeps it alive, but they got to go. And will they get it off in time? Nothing would be surprising for Miles Turner tonight. He almost made that one. So Drew Holiday, AD, and the Pelicans only down 5. AD was space, real strong. Agenza, and boy, that was a foul. Alexi's going after it, and it'll be a jump ball. But I'm just talking about Robinson went through both arms to get the ball loose. So it'll be a jump ball and should be controlled by Lexi.
I think it's funny when a guy falls to the floor, you can just jump on his head and go get a tie-up.
Why not?
They never call it that.
It's a scrum, isn't it?
Pretty much. It's pretty much.
It is rare, though, when they do call a foul, when somebody just plows in like that. So find your teammate. It's Buddy Hield in a fresh shot clock. It was anybody's after the possession hit the rim. So Holiday in a two-man game with Anthony Davis, mid-range. Drew looks good. Drew's got a dozen. He's 6 of 10 from the field, 7 assists, and 4 boards. So he's filling up the stat sheet tonight, but the Pels are still down by 3. Thaddeus Young, that's his range. He can hit the 16, 18 footer. Earlier, David, he took that one right around the 3-point line. You want him there.
Well, he's shooting it well over the last 5. Up around 64%, shooting about 3 a game. So
that was a great entry. Buddy, yes. But I like the entry pass. AD to Solomon Hill. That was good team passing.
Right, collapsed the defense, got Buddy Hield that wide open look.
So Buddy into double figures and starting to warm up. Somebody want to help. Good look in the corner. Man, Anthony Davis. Boy, that extension. To get that. That was hot off the rim, wasn't it? So AD's got a double-double. 17 and 10. Buddy still filling up. Yep. A lead thanks to that guy. Buckets is on tonight. He's got 15. And Buddy, don't forget, he started the game 2 for 7. He's hit 4 of his last 5. So a 10-2 run fueled by the Rook. We're almost halfway through the third 12. Alvin had a legitimate gripe, but it's not going to be heard. Agenza creates the takeaway. Buddy on the run and the reverse. AD going after it, and Buddy's got it. Good effort by AD, even though it came over the back. Holiday thinking about it. They've got Robinson with AD now. Buddy, vacate the premises, please. Got to go. And on the spin, he got deflected. Pelicans stay with it. AD after it. It's going to be offensive interference. Hanging in the rim. And when the ball was up there, momentum has shifted, and Buddy Hield's got a lot to do with it.
Nice job of getting his feet set, knocking down some shots, getting the Pelicans right back into this game, and up 1 here in the third quarter. That's a real deal. That's Sandy.
I'm not getting on your sleigh tonight. Buddy, buckets. Boy, we said it. The stroke looked good at halftime.
Yeah, he's starting to find it, and that's what you're looking for, especially in a scorer of his caliber, to get streaky get it going. And tonight it looks like he's got a couple to fall, especially here in this second half, to help boost his team to a 1-point lead.
Yeah, Pels now, they've got to clean it up still, David, though. They've got, that's a turnover, basket interference, so they've got 12 compared to 7. In a close game, they're down by 6 in points off turnovers. And let's see if they can clean it up. They only average a little over 13 a game, so they've done a good job for the most part this year. Paul George, he got the one on Lexi with a contact, and he's going to the free throw line. It looks like it's slow motion, but it works. So I talked about Paul George just a couple of weeks ago when he was asked about it. And they have to find out if he's going to be totally committed or not, because Oklahoma City just lost Kevin Durant for nothing. So you got to find out about a guy early in the game, and he's still got another year left on his contract. Well, give the gift of the Pels this holiday season. It's a gift that keeps on giving. 4 games, any 4 you want with the Domino's holiday plan. And each holiday plan comes with a free medium one-topping pizza from Domino's. We approve this message. Go to Pelicans.com today.
And to Domino's.
And pick out any 4 you want for that special someone under the tree. Buddy, find the hot hand as it continue real short. Man, Teague's got it. Teague's waiting for Turner, and Lexi's got to account for him, doesn't he? Got to get back. 66-63. That was way too easy. Loose stuff. Almost taken away. Inside of 5 to play in the third. Holiday against his former teammate Thaddeus Young, and the sweet jump ball. I mean, you got a mosquito on your back. Take advantage.
I don't think he knew he was there.
It was the shoe fly, don't bother me.
Don't bother me.
Teague with Turner. And how long is he allowed to stay there? Half hour? 45?
Whatever it takes.
Right. 110, 120. All right, Keaton. 68-65. 4.5 to play. Gonna be a hold. Easy call. It's on C.J. Miles. So you worry about the vets. C.J. Miles, Paul George, because they really haven't gone off yet. Miles Turner has. He's been the difference for Indiana. If you joined us late, he's got 20 of their 68, and that's on 10 shots. That's how efficient he's been. 8 of 10 for the field.
But it's when guys like Turner can keep your team around.
Don't see that often, do you?
Not on that end.
Now,
this is the good
end. It's the lip, but usually it's a lip. It's not hard off the backside. It's even at 68. Buddy is up to 18 with 14 of his 18 here in the third, and Holiday's got his third. Smart play by a veteran, Jeff Teague.
And so what I was saying about Turner is, you know, the fact that he's playing this well will allow your star player to eventually come alive, and you can expect Paul George to eventually get cooking. And Turner's just keeping this game close.
Yeah, Paul George last night, as we mentioned, though, 9 for 22. So that's really below his standards. Miles Turner sits down, and Big Al is back. Al Jefferson, 13 years, and we appreciate what he brings to the game. 3 years with the Celtics, right out of high school in Prentice, Mississippi. 3 with the Wolves, 4 in Utah, and the last couple with Charlotte. So Al off the bench, and it's a 1-point game now, as Indiana is up 69-68. So Teague, 1 of 2. Holiday off the rub, right back to AD, and it's off his fingertips.
Just missed it.
Turnover is the 13th of the game. Right now it's 2-1 in points off turnover, 16-8. I'm starting to bring that up again, but it's usually the reason they lose close games.
When I was a guard and I threw a pass like that should have been caught, I would hope that the scorer's table would give it to the big and not me. Is that selfish?
C.J. Miles off the rub. And Anthony Davis already with a double-double. His 13th board to go along with 19 points.
Did you just ignore my question?
You know what? Because you're not about stats. You're about W's. So I know better. It'll be Terrence Jones. Wide right. Hard to hit the goalpost. 3+ to play in the third. Al Jefferson in his neighborhood. Man, we're not talking Mr. Rogers.
Just had options right there.
3-point game. Yeah, they've got a veteran squad. You bring in Thaddeus Young and Al Jefferson. AD space inside the arc. Make them pay. 1 point game. AD's got 21. Drew Holiday's already got his double-double. He's got 11 assists with 12 points.
Tyreek set the check back in for his second burn.
Yeah, the bench was not good. We talked plus minus. Bench was minus across the board. Shot clock down. Teague. Good job by AD. Talk about a serious distraction. That guy next door.
And good rebound, though. Air balls are hard to rebound.
On the run out, Anthony Davis trying for the poster is bumped down low. And he's going to the free throw line. That's entertaining. Come on. How entertaining when he wants to put somebody in a poster.
70 right now. Tyreek Evans about to make his second appearance in tonight's game. Checked in on him in the locker room during halftime, and the good news is no worse for the wear. He's feeling very strong, feeling great after playing 5 minutes in that first half. About to come back in now. He spent several minutes on the exercise bike, making sure he was warmed up. He did have that troublesome calf wrapped in a heating pad for a little extra stretch. Make sure it doesn't tighten up on him. So Joel looks good as he tries to progress from practice reps to game reps. Two different things.
Jenny just came out with a high leg kick. So maybe you saw Draymond Green do something on Tuesday night.
He did it again.
I know.
He did it again.
No. And tomorrow's the day. And you know that, David. Tomorrow, how does his body feel after he's played a few minutes?
And he wants to play more. That 5 minutes probably felt like nothing to him. He's a guy who plays, over 30 minutes a game when he was playing. So that 5 minutes probably felt short. He's probably been anxious to get back out there. And tomorrow will tell how this really goes.
We're even at 71. 20 free throw attempts to 15 for the Pels. So we talk about points off turnovers. You got to get to the line and capitalize. Al on the spin. Boy, he's had that in his arsenal forever. 73-71. So this is a costly game for Al. He had to give the credit card. He's got a lot of family in the building tonight. And he's already got double figures off the bench. Minute 45. Aaron Brooks accounting for Buddy. Good pass. Solomon Hill. No. He's had some good looks tonight.
Sure.
Solomon Hill 1 of 3, and all have been 3-point attempts.
One time he was really aggressive, went downhill and got to the free throw line. I like him like that.
Aaron Brooks passes it up. Extra one. It's going to be a Robinson mid-range game.
Solid rotation, good rebound.
Yeah, Tyreek Evans sure hands on that off the lip of the rim. AD on the run. Tyreek looking for a triple. He'll try again. Minute 1 left in the third.
That's the rhythm. He hasn't played a competitive game in close to a year. 10 months? It's a long time.
That's an eternity for a basketball player.
Sure.
And then you got going through your mind, am I sound? Is my body going to hold up? There's a lot of games going on right now. 73-71. Final minute of the third. 10 of the shot clock as they're waiting for the clear out for Al. And Al off the window won't work. That was a tough shot by Al Jefferson. Tyreek blows by Robinson, and it'll be a charge. Al was there. Another turnover. It's the 14th of the game for the Pels. And now Ejuan Moore is coming in.
There was really nowhere to go on this drive, and Tyreek just got himself into trouble. Good effort by Al Jefferson.
Well, and there's also the timing and reads on certain situations.
Oh, all of them. I mean, he's got a lot to work through and get used to again. In practice or shooting over the coaches, you don't get people closing like they will in an NBA game.
Good setup. Galloway. Langston can't get that one. Boy, Terrence Jones ripped it away from Al Jefferson, and that's not easy to do. Thaddeus Young, and he's fouled by Ejuan Moore. Goes to the free throw line. So it'll be attempts 21 and 22. That's a lot already. Still with a quarter to play.
I would have liked to see him try to finish this.
Yeah, the hand in the chest. That'll get it every time. So the former Philadelphia 76er, Thaddeus Young, out of Georgia Tech, will get the first of two. Powerball jackpot this Saturday up to $119 million. Louisiana Lottery wants to remind you to pick your Powerball tickets up by 9 p.m. Saturday. It's the Louisiana Lottery celebrating 25 years and counting.
Did you get your chicken and lottery ticket?
You know, there is an aftertaste with that chicken that's really special. You got to get gas station chicken once in your life. 74-71. Jones on the run out, and they don't get it off in time. Got to shoot it. So it's like a turnover, isn't it? It's not officially a turnover, but it really goes down that way, and you're the way we think about it.
Well, you could have got a shot, at least a shot attempt, but just down 3. 12 minutes left to go in the game.
Yeah, watching the high definition screen. Don't break your stride. Good popcorn here at the Smoothie King Center. And is it going to be a good Christmas? That's what's on their minds as well. And what am I going to have under the tree that time of year? Skip Haley, Shannon Sharp. They're not thinking about Christmas. They're thinking about going head-to-head in competition every day. It's Skip and Shannon, undisputed, 11 a.m. Central only on FS1. Are you ready for Christmas? You get all the gifts?
No, I don't. My wife does all the shopping. I tell my kids all the time, I've never brought you a present. So appreciate your mom. She does all that.
74-71 as we start the fourth. AD's out there with Tyreek Evans, Terrence Jones, E'Twaun Moore, and Langston Galloway. Small lineup for the Pels. Got to go. End the shot clock. Jones, boy, they walked away. That's a gift. 74-73. Speaking of, that was wrapped too, wasn't it?
Yes, very nicely.
Was there
wrapped.
a ribbon on it?
Ribbon too, yes.
Almost a double-double now for Terrence Jones off the bench with 7 and 8. And it's going the other way. So now can they capitalize on somebody else's?
This is a pump fake, and I don't know where everybody's going, but
it's a holiday season. 16-8 points off the stakes. Tyreek Evans into the paint. That's usually where he takes a little floater sometimes too. That'll come back in time. AD and Galloway, deep three.
To me, you'll know that he has his confidence back when he goes to his Euro.
Yep, the herky-jerky.
Yes, he hasn't quite shown us that yet. It's still early, but that's when he has confidence in that knee.
Al Jefferson off the bench for the Pacers with a dozen and 5 boards. There's the herky-jerky. You talked about it. You asked for it, you received it.
All right now.
The Euro step from Tyreek Evans and his first basket. He was already 2 of 2 at the free throw line, so he's already on the board. But his first bucket, and he looked like himself on that play. Now they clear out for Al. Step through. He is really creative.
You know what? He has a unique combination of long arms and wide body. It's hard to block his shot. He's not a high flyer.
AD for 3, yes. All even at 78. No, you're right. I want to get back down. You're right. And you know what? When he came out of Prentice, Mississippi, out of high school for the Celtics as a first-round pick, he was a man already.
Right.
I mean, he was a grown-up. Good look.
Tyreek with the dime. No contest from the Pacers. Knocked down.
That's 25 points for AD with 14 boards. Boy, oh boy. Go back to it if it's working. Try to hold your ground. Now 5 on the shot clock. It'll be Aaron Brooks. Blocked away by Terrence Jones. And when you do it in front of your own bench, you can dap the guys a little bit. Now when the opposition comes over.
He blocked that so clean it looked like Aaron Brooks said 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Yep. My goodness.
I like Buddy got up. How about a high five? He was there. 3.3. What kind of look? Paul George. Wow, he waited for Anthony to start to come down.
I used to practice that.
Smart play.
People jumping and then wait till they come down and shoot as they come down.
Tyreek, yes! Gets a triple. He's back. 81-80. He's talking to the bench too now.
Got a little pep in his step.
Now a mismatch. And I'm talking about lengthwise. Paul George can get it all day, and that was weird. Paul George is too good to miss by that much. Nobody stopped the ball, and AD blows the layup. He can't even believe it. I think he was waiting for a contest, and it never came. Aaron Brooks. And Al. That was a good challenge, Terrence Jones. Made him mark it a little bit more. Too strong. Up and down they go. And the Pacers don't mind this. They want more pace. AD held by Al. Al also knows his limitations.
Hey, and if I'm going to give a foul, there's not going to be no continuation, no dunking going on. I'm going to make sure.
Time out of the floor. Tyreek Evans starting to pick it up, David.
Yes, he is. He showed us the down to 3 as well. So, you know, he knows his time is limited. I mean, he might not even come back in now.
Yeah, they're sitting him down.
Yeah, so it was good to get those baskets to go before he went out. So now he can look forward to next game like, okay, I'm starting to feel my rhythm a little bit and just keep building from that.
Now, this is a critical time for the Pels. AD also sits down. Drew Holiday into the game, but AD gets his last break, and let's see what they can do. 14 on the shot clock after the foul by Al Jefferson. So it's going to be up to Drew Holiday, Langston Galloway, Lexi's on the floor. He took over for AD. And on the spin, he's tripped off to let it go, and now they're going to call a walk, saying he wasn't tripped. He made it anyway. That's a bad break. Usually, the benefit of the doubt goes to the spinner.
Yes.
Or the OJs. But they get the call.
The spinners and the OJs. Okay, we went back. I'm there.
I was listening to him today on the treadmill. I love him. Paul George. And a good box out by Etuan Moore. Made sure that Miles running the baseline didn't get close. Etuan. Little mid-range. Not close.
Really unsure shot right there.
And not exactly decisive, was he? A little tentative.
Yeah.
Thaddeus Young's range. And a break. Across it goes. So a dry spell. Etuan Moore for 3. Right on line, but short. And it's been a struggle. Etuan off the bench. 0 for 4 now. He's got a couple of dimes. Yet to get on the scoreboard, though. So you saw the numbers for the Pels. Good carry by Jeff Teague. You can get away with it. It's a great carry. And you take it away from each other. Communication. Terrence Jones, Lexi Agenza, and in a one-point game, inside 8 to play, if you don't communicate at this point, you're going to get beaten. And what you and I were talking about while we were away, these are the games that have gotten away from the Pels.
Sure. And we talk all the time about being able to close. You know, early in the season, no Drew Holiday, and now Drew Holiday's back, and they kind of stumbled down the stretch of the Golden State game.
Hello.
And they are fighting again.
Come on. Can I get on the floor? I'll talk. I'll communicate. It'll be Drew Holiday, and on a reach, he's going to the free throw line. Good take. And these are critical the next 90 seconds till AD gets back out there.
Sure.
Oh, you don't want me on the floor, do you?
No, I was just thinking, of course. You'll talk. I mean, yeah.
Well, I'd walk out there and I'd tell him what I think.
Right. Okay.
You know, we talk for a living, don't we?
Yes.
So
yes.
I'm just asking them to do what we do.
And they're not doing it.
Communicate. Holiday, the first and 2. Pierre's party pack is coming up when the Pels get back off the road trip. And it's the Miami Heat. Really talented young team. Josh Richardson, Justice Winslow, Goran Dragic. Will he still be there then? December 23rd on a Friday night. The Heat are here.
Starting rage?
Oh, why not? 3 or more tickets, combo meals, and you shoot free throws with Pierre after the game. So come on down. Go to Pelicans.com right now. It's a good night for the family. We'll see you down here on December 23rd. Teague going to the line, and he'll shoot 2. Created contact, got the bump. Holiday gets the foul, and it's Drew's. Is that his 4th? Yes, it is.
You heard what happened to the White Mamba starting rumors.
Yeah,
they were all over him.
Yeah, but I put it this way. Dragic has got 3 more years at $20 million a season. And if you're a lottery team, you're looking to move that contract for picks. They're speaking You and I, while we sleep, they're talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're trying to move salary.
But is he
Oh yeah.
is he worth that $20 million? Like,
no.
Who's going to take him?
Well, a team that's close.
What's that?
A team that's close. You know, Brooklyn, Philadelphia, they have the room, but they're not close. It's a team that wants to go over and get into the top 4. Now, inside of 7 to play, 83-82.
I like
Buddy back on the floor, good space. And can't get the roll.
I like Dragic. I don't know if I like him.
20 words.
Million.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the difficult cover. And a breakdown. Total breakdown. So Agency, he can watch that, but he better get his. Right? 84-83. Holiday up against Paul George. A couple of guys who grew up in Southern California. And Holiday all the way for Lexi. And it's tapped away by Miles Turner. Boy, oh boy. Anthony Davis on his way back into the game. Got to go stronger.
ASAP.
Got to go stronger. Miles Turner gets the roll. That's how big that is in right, Alvin. You need a timeout. And I'm talking about to get your guy back on the floor.
Yeah, Miles Turner continues to impress. Jump hooks, fade away.
The purpose. By Chevron. Chevron with Techron. Care for your car. By Energy. We power life. And by Oshner Healthcare with peace of mind. Halfway through the final 12 minutes of regulation. We welcome you back to New Orleans once again. Joel Myers, David Wesley, Jen Hale, and Anthony Davis, fortunately, back on the floor for the Pels. So the Pels have missed their last 5. They don't have a bucket over the last 3 minutes and 20 seconds. I feel like I got rabbit ears on my monitor here at courtside.
Yeah, you've been banging on it for a while. but Tommy had the magic touch.
I know. I'm staying out of his way. He's got the magic dust this holiday season.
Cooper.
86-83. He comes with a belt. You know what I'm talking about, the tool belt.
Yeah.
Jones protects it. Turner can't do a thing about it, and a nice entry. So the Pels back within 1. Each more, Buddy Hield, Drew Holiday. That's the backcourt.
Drew Holiday with a double-double, 12 assists.
Paul George sizing up the situation. Taken away by Each Moore. Picked him clean. Buddy spacing. AD's got to watch it, and on the finger roll, he's going to the free throw line. And I'm talking about from behind, you can see Thaddeus Young coming into the equation as well.
And he took off just in time to avoid that. It's a nice steal by Etuan. Kick it to the middle. He just takes off.
Easy call. Miles Turner gets his 3rd foul of the game to go along with 24 points. Pelicans now at the free throw line are 13 of 18. 20 of 24 for the Indiana Pacers at 83%, while the Pels are at 72%. So help yourself. AD will try to do that. He's done a lot tonight already, and he missed both. He's got 25 points and 15 boards, but those misses come at the wrong time. They go right back to Paul George. Man, underneath the basket, it's tapped home. Turner, right place, right time. Body on a body. Doesn't always happen in the league anymore. 26 on 13 shots. 11 of 13 for Miles Turner. And smart play, Paul George. Buddy trying to get back. And easy one. Points off a turnover, 90-85. So this is where the Pelicans, we've talked about it, they don't finish. The last 5 minutes of a game, if it's close, tentative. Right now it's 10-2, the current run for the Pacers. It'll be Etuan Moore blocked. A running start, and Holiday underneath, flips it home. Big time play by Drew Holiday in a scramble mode. Drew's got 16 now. On 6 of 11, making 7 of 11 from the field. So 16 and 12 times. Teague's going to get there. Blocked away from behind by Terrence Jones. You got Buddy Hield up ahead, but it was a dangerous diagonal pass. AD, 3. Underneath Jones. He had the inside position, couldn't hang on. And they're going to look to push. They got a mismatch. Got to help against Young. And it's there for the taking. Terrence Jones, the drop down to the double. May have paid off. And it'll be AD after it. Buddy going after it. And And it's off Buddy, they say.
2 Pelicans touched the rebound and couldn't bring it in.
So it goes the other way. Drew Holiday, and this is off a block, don't forget. Not a play.
It's just a good individual play. Hang with the left. His strong hand.
So time out on the floor. It's on Indiana this time as they want to set it up in the offense.
Turner had just dunked on him. He answered back with an even better one.
Holiday coming back out with Terrence Jones, Solomon Hill now for size because it was a mismatch frequently with Paul George. Buddy Hield. So Buddy among the finishing 5 right now on a very hot night for him. He's got 18. AD has 25 and Drew Holiday, he's filling it up with 16, 12 assists and 6 boards. So let's see what they come up with out of the timeout. Holiday will have Teague. He's done a good job on Teague, who's only 6 for 15 tonight. They got the switch though. 10 on the shot clock. Paul George off arm. Good look. And Holiday's got the rebound. Boy, it's just nonchalant the way he puts the off arm out to create space.
Yeah, but that's a good. They can switch these now and still keep good defenders.
Buddy got it. All even at 90. Glad he's still on the floor. Career high for Buddy Hield of 21 points.
He's going to have a bunch of those.
They're going to switch inside. It's blocked. AD blocked it. Terrence Jones gets it out. And Pelicans take the lead.
That's a foul, right?
It's AD going to the line. He was shoved in the back by Jeff Teague. So AD, we've seen him do this often. And Teague wanted to get it up just because Miles Turner was the only one under.
Yeah, good block. Run out. And that's just a good pass on the money. Don't put it down. Stretch out and then hang on for dear life.
So AD at the stripe. And it's been a tough night for him at the stripe for 82% free throw shooter. Just 6 of 10, just missed 2. 3-point play. No mistake about that one. So all of a sudden the Pels with 6 unanswered, 3 minutes left. And on the switch, Teague will give it up. Miles. And a long rebound after it. Buddy's got it. Buddy's got it against Paul George and a good decision. Holiday wanted to go inside. Nobody's there. AD going to the line. He'll shoot 2 more. Boy, it was a breakdown defensively because they were worried about Terrence Jones, weren't they?
Well, they were worried about Terrence Jones, but there was a man advantage. It was I didn't see who it was, but somebody was trying to get back into play. So Anthony was open. Terrence was open for a second. And it was just about measuring the right pass.
And Drew was a good look at Jones to kind of use it as a decoy, too. Wait for the trail. So Anthony Davis make it 9 straight. I said 8 straight. How about 9 straight now for the Pels because they were down 90-85. That's the 4th foul on Turner, and they're out of fouls. Pels shoot the last 236, and they don't have anything, basically. Only 1 foul so far, so it's the opposite. Usually they're out of fouls early. It's a pleasant development, but there's an eternity left.
There is. There's 2:36 left. Pelicans by 5. So, and they're already in the bonus. So it's listen. You don't have to settle for jump shots. Get in the paint, attack, create some contact, get to the free throw line.
So the Pels now 16 of 22 at the stripe, 20 of 24 for the Pacers. And don't forget, Guys Night Out is coming up. All brought to you by Coors Light. And it's 2 tickets for Coors Light. And you can get them starting as low as $50. It's Oklahoma City. You didn't need to do this for Oklahoma City. This place should be jumping.
Yes.
Russell Westbrook,
Russell.
the most passionate player, most aggressive player in the NBA is here. Let's have some fun with that. And that's after the road trip. First game back for the Pels Wednesday, December 21st. So come on down and join us. See Russell. Boy, is he fun. Mr. Triple Doubles here on December 21st. Guys Night Out, all brought to you by Coors Light. Anthony Davis up to 30 and 15. We're spoiled.
Yeah, just a regular night for him. But again, he does it from all angles. He's also got 4 blocks. I mean, he just kills the stat sheet. And I think there was a stat that came out 30 and 4 blocks, 30 and 5. Is it 30 and 4 blocks?
I think it was 35 and 3 blocks over the first here. I've got it with me. You know me.
Yeah, 30.
I feel like W.C. Fields.
I think rebounds was in there, and
Yeah.
then I can't remember if it was 4 or 5 blocks.
I've got it. We'll get to it. They're coming out of break. Gives us a little delay game penalty. But Anthony Davis, it is 20 or more points, 5 or more boards, and at least a block to start a season. He's done on your home floor.
Right.
And it's 14 straight games. AD has now done it in 15 straight. The all-time record is Shaq back in the 99-2000 season. And it didn't turn out badly for the Lakers. That was their first ring with Phil Jackson. Now, Paul George with Miles Turner, and don't bite. Turner trying to get there, and he will. And they'll get a second chance. Reach by Hill. That's outside of the 2-minute mark, and the Pels only had 1 team foul. So it'll come on the side. That's the second team foul. So Anthony Davis, amazing what he's been doing. The consistency. And you said stat stuffer.
Yeah.
And he does it naturally. He does it in the flow of things, not forcing things. Talking about W.C. Fields, the memory expert that he always was. A little more than 2 to play. Paul George off arm. He does it all the time. Anthony Davis, and he pulled it. It came from his body. You saw it with Drew Holiday, not as demonstrative a couple of minutes ago. But that was right in front of Michael Smith.
Watch Anthony get down in the stance right here. I don't know what he's complaining about.
He's already got a tee.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah, Paul George, 15 points, 4 boards. Done a good job against one of the very. You look at the top 10 in the NBA, and he's in the conversation.
Sure.
Regardless of position. That's how talented Paul George is. 2+ to play. And a lot of time on the shot clock for Drew Holiday. He'll take the mid-range game. It's flat and off the front of the rim. 95-90. Too much time left in this one. Paul George has Hill behind him. Teague on the run out. Inside out. And a break. Jones after it. And it'll be saved by Hill, but right to Indiana. Look out. Now Solomon gets it. Minute 40 and counting. Take your time. Let's see if they, and you talked about free throws. Get a whistle too. Holiday wants AD. AD, deep 3. Got it! 8-point game. That's money. 33 for Anthony Davis. Now one more stop and it's over. So the Pels, after frustration in the last one, Teague caught. Anthony Davis with the block. He's got it. Talk about a kid coming through in the clutch. AD has. Now Drew Holiday with Buddy, and the clock is your friend, your ally.
I thought they were going to shoot their ally in the foot.
I know. We both did. Drew Holiday held up. He's got Anthony looking for another. No. Turner came. He goes. And it's Terrence Jones battling. Solomon Hill's there. And they want a loose ball foul. They won't get it. Thaddeus Young instead's got it. Off his knee. It's going the other way. Pels ball, no. They're going to look at it. It's 46.9 to play. And it looked like it was off the knee of Thaddeus Young from here. They had a better angle than we did.
This is AD's 3. It's definitely going to be Pelican ball.
Going the other way. I like what they've done defensively. 3:45. India's scoreless since they were up 90-85.
And that's how you finish. You know, you got to be able to finish, and right now they're doing a solid job of doing just that.
Bring on the Rockets. 46.9 to play. Be careful what you ask for. Be careful now. Boy, they're playing well.
They are.
Scary.
They're playing. I mean, who would have thought? You know, you could move the beard to a point guard position, and he would get better.
Yeah, and we saw it live, and we thought it was off the knee of Thaddeus Young. So it'll be the Pels ball with 46.9 to play, and it wasn't like the Pels were perfect offensively. What really came through at the end of the game, because the Pels are only at 42% shooting, is they got the stops that were required.
Yeah, they're getting stops right now, and they're allowing themselves to play through some of their mistakes. So if you're able to get stops, you can make 1 or 2 mistakes. But if you're not getting the stops, you got to almost play perfect.
And Jeff Teague has helped them. He had a great look for three. He's 0 of 6 from beyond the arc. Timeout. They'll advance it. Jeff Teague is 6 of 17. Robinson 1 of 7.
Why are they getting the ball in? See, these are the kind of mental breakdowns.
Right.
They're trying to get the ball in. They've got 2 Pacers up here guarding Drew, and everybody's in the.
Nobody's looking.
Nobody's even aware.
Right. So they can advance it now with the full timeout that's been taken. C.J. Miles, another guy, 1 for 8, 1 for 5. So their struggles continue after they shot 37% last night in Miami and only scored 10 in the fourth quarter. And not a lot more than 10. Only 16 so far in the fourth quarter tonight for the Indiana Pacers. They're at 40% shooting and 2 of 19 on their threes. So we're going to give the Pels credit defensively, but Pacers have missed some pretty good looks tonight.
Yeah, tired legs also contribute. They played last night. They flew, got in somewhat late.
That transcontinental flight from Miami. 13-0 run for the Pels.
You're terrible.
I'm getting my tiniest violin out for them.
I was just telling the facts, you know, just
the facts,
putting everybody up to the facts, you know.
So Anthony Davis, the last 8 points for the Pels. Well, you talk about a kid who has taken this and run with it because he is the face of the franchise. He's got to be assertive, and he is exactly that.
Yeah, and the thing about it is he seems like he's trying to do all, you know, trying to allow his teammates to flourish as well, so we can all eat, so to speak. He doesn't just come out and gun and get, you know, 30, 40 shots a night. He picks his spots, and the better he gets at picking his spots and dominating the game when necessary, this team can start turning some of these losses into wins.
So they get it in. Now, they're not going to play the foul game. I thought they'd lengthen it. They will. Anthony Davis will go to the free throw. The only shot they have is playing the foul game and hoping the Pels miss.
Yeah, no question. There was 21 seconds left on a clock that had 45 seconds on it, so if they don't foul there, the game's over.
Much better playing right, I'll tell you that. So AD going to the stripe.
That gas station chicken, boy, it's going to taste real good.
And I'll tell you something, driving through. I hope they're ready for me.
Uh-oh.
I got your order.
We got fries coming up, I think.
45.1 to play.
One fry?
A single. You're getting a single. And you'll like it.
Give me the big ones. Large.
AD. He'll take it. So, you want French fries? You got French fries.
You got French fries. Cane's fries. You're going to Cane's anyway.
I told you, I'm thinking about the drive-thru on the way. I got chicken on my mind.
Yeah.
It's a foul kind of night.
I think I'm going to give you my ticket so you can pick up my fries. My son didn't make it tonight.
You're so sad.
Get my fries, man. And don't let them get to the plane half-eaten.
Yeah, and David will always remind you, it's the little things in life.
Man, if you don't enjoy the little things, you're not having fun.
So a 10-point lead. Oh, the kids are having a good time. That's all that counts.
Oh, yeah.
So the Pelicans about to win game number 9 for them in the win ledger. It'll be 13-14 for the Indiana Pacers, but they're in the East. Sorry, it is still not the same.
They're in
as
third
much
place.
as they want to think. And they may be in, David, in the toughest division of basketball now. The Central Division,
yeah.
Chicago
Detroit.
and Cleveland, Detroit. Absolutely. I truly believe top to bottom, the Central of the East is the most competitive division. It used to be the Pels division, the Southwest, but Dallas has fallen out. Pels are struggling right now, trying to get back into it. And here's what's crazy about it, even with 18 losses. If you look at the top 8 in the West, and there's the Eastern Conference with Indiana in the 8th slot, at least going in tonight at 13-13. If you look at the West, 13 losses in that neighborhood. So the Pels are basically only like 4 or 5 back in the loss column from the 8. And by the way, we still have 2/3 of a season to play.
Well, there's still time.
There it is. 14 is the 8, so they're 4 back in the loss column.
Right. There's still time. They have to make some runs, though. They have to win some games in a row. They can't win one, lose one, win one, lose 3, that kind of thing. They gotta They got to make a run. And they have to beat teams they're supposed to beat. Like Phillies coming into your building, got to win those games.
Otherwise, they're buying tickets like us for the Powerball, and they're playing the lottery. 45 seconds and counting left in the contest. So what a time for a 15-0 scoring run. It'll be T. Holiday had to stay away from any contact at all. You don't want to stop the clock. Now get it across and beat the 8. And it's going to be a hold. So they're going to give a couple of free throws to Terrence Jones, who's not automatic at the free throw line. And Alvin has a legitimate gripe on away from the ball fouls in the last 2 minutes.
Well, what the official just explained to him is it wasn't away from the ball because the ball was coming right here.
And it was a pick.
And he fouled the screener.
Right. It was a pick, and Jones was the screener.
That's smart. I mean.
So Terrence Jones going to the free throw line for the second time tonight, and he's 2 of 3.
These coaches, boy, they find the loopholes, huh?
I'll tell you something. Terrence Jones has a double-double, and he's worked his tail off tonight.
Oh, yes, he
10
has.
boards, big time. And he ripped that one rebound away from Al Jefferson. That was a man's rebound. Al's tough.
He's got some mitts.
Yeah, Al's tough. He doesn't give it up. Those are suction cups. Paul George. Glad he got it late. Etuan Moore is about to be fouled as he gets into the offensive end. 22 seconds left in a 6-point lead. So Etuan Moore, normally a very good free throw shooter, but he has not been to the line tonight, and he struggled from the outside tonight, 0 for 5. I talked to Alvin, by the way, before the game. He's talking to Michael Smith right now about. Yeah, he's saying it's not away from the play, and there's a miss.
And
by
I will
Etuan
explain
Moore.
it to you.
Right. By the way, they did call, and the league said that Anthony Davis was fouled by Draymond Green on that play. You know how they look at the last 2 minutes? Well, that does you a lot of good now. So 102.95.
I'm not going to even start.
When I heard that, it was like, thanks. Thanks a lot. Makes my day. They're waiting to get it to a three-point shooter. And that'll do it. Get it across the line. And it's over. Pels hit the road, a split of the 2-game homestand, and now a really difficult road trip coming up. With Houston, San Antonio. Yes, Mr. B and Gail. Good night for everybody. And then it concludes in Philadelphia, where they owe the 76ers after 91-81 here, David.
They certainly do. And, it's going to be a tough road trip, but, just go out there and take each opponent and figure out a way each and every night to find a way to get a win.
Finally, you saw that last win over Indiana.
Yes, yeah.
It was during the Eisenhower administration. Pelicans Live is coming up next. Pels win it. 102-95. Finally in that long slide against the Indiana Pacers. Game in Indiana at the back end of that long East Coast trip with a day off. Beautiful downtown Indy on a Sunday.
Yeah.
We can't wait for the weather.
Racetrack.
In middle of January.
You don't care about no Indiana.
We don't need those. The flag is up. Let's head over to Jen Hale. Jen?
Thanks, Joel. Buddy, your first post-game interview, what a great win, a new career high for you, not only in three-pointers made, but also in overall points. What allows you to have such success tonight?
Just the confidence my teammates give me and the coaching staff give me each and every day. They stay on me, and I'm on myself a lot, but I was able to lock in and have fun, and my teammates found me in good spots, and I was thankful we got a great win.
It sure was. Now, at halftime, it looked a little dicey.
Yeah.
What changed? What helped you get pace and energy in that second half?
I just locked in, and I just take a deep breath and trust would have got me here, and I trust in God, and I thank God for allowing me to come out and show tonight in front of these people, and hopefully I can use this game to keep on getting better and shoot the ball well.
Drew Holiday's first double-double of the season. How important is he to what this team does and how you get to operate in the starting unit?
Oh, it's been great for us, and I learn from him each and every day. He operates with me, he helps me, and when I get in spots, and when I'm out of spots, he just tell me where to be so he can find me, and he's a great leader for this team, and us advancing the ball, and him and the way he plays, we need it.
Having Tyreek Evans back. He didn't play a lot of minutes, but just watching your faces, it looked like he gave this team a spark.
Yeah, for sure. With his energy, and he made a great move, and he couldn't stop talking about it. But it's great to have veteran guys like Greek back, and guys that we're going to learn from. And I hope he just keeps on succeeding and playing well.
And of course, I got to ask you about Anthony Davis. He does so many things. That block shot towards the end was clutch. It had this arena on its feet.
Yeah.
What has he meant to your young career so far?
Oh, he's been like a big brother to me. He helped me and tell me real things. He don't sugarcoat nothing, and he tell me that when a player like me, they expect to change the franchise. So he's always on me, and he's a special player. So that's what great players do. They get on their rookies, and they help them get through the process.
Buddy, we hope to do lots more of these post-game interviews. We'll see you tomorrow night. Enjoy this one.
For sure, no doubt. All right.
Joel?
All right, Jen, thank you. He's really on point when he was talking about Anthony Davis.
Sure.
Anthony is a really special